Malaysia Berhad and its financial performance. My name is Muhammad Aiman Nasri, and let's get started. Let's start with Nestle background. Nestle was established in Malaysia in the year of 1912 as Anglo-Swiss Condensed Milk Company, and it is located in Penang at that year. Now, Nestle Malaysia head office is now located in Mutiara Damansara, Petaling Jaya, Selangor, and it manufactures its own product in 7 factories and markets over 300 halal products across the nation. Now let's get into financial analysis. In this study, we will check out on liquidity ratio, efficiency ratio, leverage ratio, and profitability ratio. First, let's check the Nestle liquidity ratio, and we will use the quick ratio and current ratio to show their liquidity. And for the current ratio, in the 2017, current ratio for Nestle is 0.66, and it increased to 0.68, and it is decreased again between 2019 into 0.65. It is worth more than the industry ratio, which is 2.74. And then for the quick ratio, in the 2017, it is 0.37. It increased a little bit in 2018, 0.38, and then it decreased again in 2019 into 0.31. This is also worse than the industry ratio, which is 1.86 for quick ratio, and current ratio also worse from the industry ratio, which is 2.74. From this trend and analysis, it shows that Nestle company usually do not have their ability to pay short-term obligations, because current ratio and quick ratio will show their ability to pay short-term obligations. Therefore, to fix or to overcome this problem, they can monitor their account receivable so that they can obtain the cash or the money when they need to pay their short-term obligations. Or they also can sell more assets like product inventory to create some cash in their positions so they can pay the short-term obligation. Next, it is efficiency ratio. For this study, we will use inventory turnover, and also total asset turnover. This will show how much they use their inventory and or also their assets to generate sales. For efficiency ratio, in 2017, the Nestle Malaysia Berhad recorded 7.13 for 2017, and then decreased into 2018 and decreased again to 6.24 in 2019. This is bad compared to industry ratio, which is 7.17 for the inventory turnover, which is their every 1 ringgit for their investment on inventory, they will produce 6.24 cost of goods sold. And then for total asset turnover, in 2017, they recorded 2.06 and then decreased in 2018 at 1.44, and then increase again in the 2019 into 2.02. This is actually better this is actually better if compared to industry ratio, because the total asset turnover, that means every 1 ringgit that they invest into their assets, they can produce 2 ringgit. If we refer to 2019, every 1 ringgit of their investment into their assets, they can produce 2 ringgit and 2 cents, which is actually quite good, because they got double from the from their assets turnover. So they show this some efficiency to generate sale from their inventory, but they also can improve by using their inventory more often. That will show that they use their assets more and more efficient to generate sales. Next is financial leverage ratios. Financial leverage ratio shows that firms' effectiveness in financing decision, and measure the firm use debt in financing its assets and its financial risk. For this study, we will use debt equity ratio, which is show that how they are cover their debt using their equity. For 2017, Nestle recorded 0.46 and then increased in 2018 into 0.66 and then decreased a little bit into 0.61. This is better and from the industrial ratio, which is 0.20. From these 3 years, Nestle shows that they are good with their financial decision, because they have each of their investment into the equity will generate more revenue. But in my opinion, if they want to change their fund provider from the owner into more creditor, because the creditor usually will give more money and they can invest more on their equity and will generate more sales. And lastly, profitability ratio. Profitability ratio, which provide the measure of the firm effectiveness in working capital management, or in simple word, all the other ratios that I talked just now, and show the firm's overall business operation. For profitability ratio for Nestle Malaysia Berhad, for this study, we will use GPM, which is gross profit margin, NPM, net profit margin, return on total assets, ROA, return on equity, ROE. For gross profit in 2017, Nestle gross profit margin in 2017, Nestle shows that it can generate 36.7% and then increase in 2018, which is 38.7%, and then it decreased a little bit in 2019, which is 37.6%. For the gross profit margin, Nestle shows that they are better than industry ratio, which is 31.6%. If we refer to the 2019, which means for 100 ringgit from their sales, they will generate 37 ringgit and 60 cents from their 100 ringgit sales as their profit. For net profit margin in 2017, Nestle Malaysia recorded just 12.28, and then it decreased to 11.9, and then it decreased again into 12.2 in 2019. But it is a little bit bad if compared to industry ratio, which is 14.1. The net profit margin is not really big, but I think it is quite good because it is more than 10% of their sales, which is mean from, let's say, 100 ringgit of sales. If we refer to 2019, for 100 ringgit of sales, they will get 12 ringgit and 20 cents from that 100 ringgit sales. For return on total assets, in 2017, Nestle recorded to 25.26%, and then decreased into 23.14 in 2018, and then increase again to 24.7 in 2019. All these 3 years, it is better to that if we compare it to industry ratio, which is 13.6. This is show how they efficiently use their total assets to generate sales or generate revenue. When they use the full total asset by 100%, they can generate 25.26% as their revenue. If we refer to 2017, if the total asset generate 100 ringgit of sale, they can get 25.26 as their revenue. Refer to 2017. When it comes to return on equity, Nestle shows a good, or actually the best ratio, because in 2017 they recorded 100.9, and then decreased a little bit in the 2018, which is 100.7, and then increase again in 2019 into 101.2%. If this compared to the industry ratio, actually industry ratio just 29.3%, which means from the equity or the total sharehold when the shareholders give 1 ringgit, they will get 100% more. They will earn 100% more from what they have invested. This is good for the shareholders, but I think they are not use their full potential, because the net profit margin is still a little bit lower than the industry ratio. But maybe they can cut off their costs or increase their sales, so people will buy more and sell off more of their assets to generate more profit and fix the net profit margin. But overall, for profitable ratio, all of others ratio is actually way more good from the industry ratio. So overall, Nestle have a good profitability ratio, which is I think it is important to the shareholders, because they want to earn something from their investment. So that's all from me. Thank you so much.